Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a favorites of the year video. This is the second part of my favorites of the year. If you haven't seen the first part, I will link it in the description bar down below so you can go and check that out. The first part was hair care and body care, and this part today is going to be like facial skincare and makeup favorites. So I'm just gonna get started, and I'm gonna start off with the skincare part. If you want to skip over to the makeup part, you can do so by clicking on the link below, or I will be leaving like a time on which you can click in the description bar below if you'd like. So I'm going to start in the order that I'm applying them on my face. The first one is my favorite face wash, and it is the Purity Made Simple one. A little bit of background on my skin. Previously, at the beginning of the year, I was using a lot more stripping products like that were really made for acne prone skin and oily skin. And when I got a facial, like the lady that did my facial told me that I was like, my skin was on it's a combination skin, but I was using way too stripping products, and it was getting like around my cheeks, it was a super dry area, and it shouldn't have been so because of the type of skin that I had. And she told me that I should be like focusing on products that were not as abrasive, and that's when I found the Purity by Philosophy, and I love this thing. This is like the second bottle that I am breaking into, and I really like it, and you don't need a lot. It helps to remove your makeup as well if you have like any makeup residue, and I think it's a great product. So this is my first favorite for my skincare. Then another product that I love for my skincare that I apply like mostly second, I usually apply that one only at night because I don't like applying it twice a day. It's the Todd Blue Green Algae Antibacterial Toner. So this one is pretty much the first toner that I feel helps a little bit with breakout without drying out my skin. I feel like it still softens my skin and it keeps it balanced. It is not drying it out, and usually what I find is that either it doesn't do anything or it is too stripping, and this one has not been doing that to my skin, so I really like that one. Then my favorite face moisturizer for the year has to be the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. I found this one this summer and I really love it. I'm using something else right now because I'm trying to go through other products before I can go back to that one. But this one I feel is great. If you have combination skin, I highly recommend that one because it does give a bit of moisture to your skin, but it keeps your T-zone pretty much matte the whole day through. And that's something that I think it's really hard to find. Products are either too drying for your skin or they are too oily for my skin. This one is great for combination. It really like balances my skin out, so really love that one. Then as far as masks goes, I don't have like a perfect one for the year. I'm like working on trying a lot of different one that I had and is in a sampler pack that I purchased at the VIB, but I don't have like, I haven't tried them long enough to be telling like that I love one specific one. The only product that I can mention, because I have tried it for a while, is the Korres Wild Rose plus Vitamin C Advanced Brightening Sleeping Facial. So this is this little sample that I have right here, and I am using this one only on specific areas of my skin. I am using it mostly really on areas that I have like those brown marks. I have some like brown spots on my nose because of the sun and everything, and sometimes like on my arms, and I'm really like spot treating with this, and it is doing a great job at it. So if you have like brown pigmentation things in your skin, this can really be a good purchase. Well, for me, it is a great purchase so far. So really like that one. And then I have two lip balms for this year that I'm using for different reasons, but I love equally. The first one is the Christian Dior Creme de Rose. This one is this pink toned one. Yeah, that's the color of it right there. The one thing that I do not like about that one is that you have to use it with your hands. You cannot apply it directly to your lips, but the product itself is very good, and it is not too slippery on your lips. It sinks in beautifully into your lips, and this is the one that I use to prep for lip gloss or lipstick. I feel that when I put that underneath, it really keeps my lips moisturized, but it doesn't make the product that I'm putting on like slide off, because some other products tend to do that for me. So this one is great as a like lip primer, if you will. Then the other one is this agave lip mask by Bite. My packaging is like starting to get a little bit ripped. I know that they did change their packaging because everyone was complaining. I still have the old packaging because I did not go through it completely. But I'm going to be really happy when I purchase the like newer one, because the packaging is better on the newer one. Yes, the packaging is a pain in the ass at this time, but the product is amazing. It is rather kind of pricey, but I've had that one for, I think I purchased that one over the summer, and I still have more than a half to go through. So it's not all that bad if you spread it out throughout a year, but the product itself is amazing. It is a super thick and rich one, and it is very highly moisturizing, and it has a very sweet taste that I really, really love. And this one is the one that I use at nighttime, like as a mask throughout the whole night, so that the next morning my lips are like feeling a lot better. So this is the second lip balm that I have as a favorite for the year. And now I'm going to be jumping into the makeup part. So for the makeup part, I don't have like one item for every single category, because there are categories where the products that I currently have are not really all that worth mentioning, but I haven't found something that is like interesting enough for me to mention it. Like there are some blank spots on my makeup routines that I'm like, ugh, this is okay, but it's not good enough. So I'm not going to even mention it because it's not like a favorite. It's the best one that I have, but it's still not a favorite. So I'm going to start up by face products. The two first face products that I want to mention are the under eye concealers that I've been loving for the year. I love them for different reasons, so I decided that I was going to mention two because there are some categories that I left vacant. So the first one is the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline. This one, I know that not everyone loves the fact that there's a like doe foot applicator on top of it, but I do like that because when you're in a hurry on the go or anything and you want to be putting it on, you can like put it on and then blend it out with your fingers. And I feel that is a great one like for spot treatments and stuff in your purse. I think it's a great one to have, and I do like the applicator for that purpose. It is also one of the ones that has a very good coverage to me, so I really highly recommend that one. Then the other one that I like is the MAC Prolong Wear Concealer. To me, they're kind of comparable. I think that this one has a better coverage over the Maybelline one, but it's also a bit pricier, so it has a downside. And the other downside is that I don't think it's as great as a portable one because it has a pump on top, and mine is a little bit dirty, I apologize. But like the pump squeezes out a little bit too much product, and it's good if you're at home and you can like have the time to really apply it and use it on your spots and stuff. I feel like it's equally good under your eyes and on any blemishes that you do have, so that's great. But I think you need a little bit more time to apply that one and blend it in. But if you do, I think the coverage on that one is better than on the Maybelline one. So these, like, if you are doing your makeup at home every day, I would recommend this one over the Maybelline one. If you're doing your makeup in a hurry every single time, I would recommend the Maybelline one. Then the other face products that I've been loving for this year, the first one is this Too Faced bronzer. This is the one that I've been using when I've been contouring, and like it could be contouring because I don't like do the full on intense contour. But this chocolate soleil bronzer looks like this. It is a dark enough one, but it blends out very nicely. And so this one has a nice chocolatey scent. Of course, everyone knows that. But I think it's a great product. It contours very well, and it blends in very nicely into your skin. Like you can really buff it in and blend it in. and the color is nice. It's not too warm tone, but it's not yet too cool tone, so really recommend that one for a light contour. Then in the other face products that I do use, I'm gonna get my face palette out. There are three like blushes that I repeatedly go for, and the three of them are from La Femme. They are kind of in the same range of color as the NARS Orgasm, but they're not as shimmery and they are not as gold as that one. So the first one is this one right here, and this is the mandarin red. I know that mine all look pretty much untouched, but if you don't know La Femme blushes, these are like the most pigmented blushes in the history of life. So you really need like the tiniest amount to do your cheeks, otherwise you end up looking like a clown. Just gonna show you like a swatch of it. And you can still see product on my finger. So if I swatch it too heavily, that's what it looks like. So you really have to kind of blend it into your skin, otherwise it's going to be too much. So that's like too much to do my cheeks with, and I barely swatched it. So this is a product I really do not need a lot of. So that's why they looked untouched, but I've been like using these three like really consequently. So this is the mandarin red, and this right here is the swatch for mandarin red. I don't even know why they call it mandarin red. It's really more on a pinky based one, but it's like a warmer pink. The other one is coral spice, and that is what this one looks like. It's a little bit, well, not a little bit, it's a lot colder than the other one. This is what this little swipe looked like, and this is what it looks like on my skin. So they look, in this lighting, they look kind of similar, but this one is a lot warmer and this one is a lot colder. It aims more on the bubblegum pink without being one. I have one that's a bubblegum pink, but this one is not. And the last one is peach sparkle. I'm sorry. This area right here I repressed, and for some reason it kind of changed the color a little bit, but the actual color of it is really that more orangey blush type of thing, and that's what it looks like on my skin. It's a reddish orange color. So these are the three that I reached for the most as far as blusher goes. So that's all that I've been loving for my face products. For highlight, the powder highlight that I've been using is an eyeshadow. So I'm going to get into that one a little bit later on. Then I'm going to move on to my lip products. So I'm going to show you the lip products that I've been reaching for the most throughout the year. I think that lip products to me are very, very seasonal as well. So like there are times in the year that I go more for nudes, there are times in the year that I go more for deeper colors. So the ones that I picked were colors that I could wear throughout the year. The first one is this one by Maybelline. I have a few that have a kind of similar color, but this one is the one that I've reached for the most, and it's in the color 015 Born With It. So that's what it looks like in the tube, and that's what it looks like swatched. This one is a pink, it's like a pinky nude, but it's not too nude. It's more of a pinky, like a light pink than a nude. So I've been enjoying that one. The only thing that I don't love as much with it is the fact that it has shimmer in it, and if it didn't have shimmer, it'd be an ideal product. The fact that it does have shimmer is a little bit of a bummer for me, but I highly love that one still. Then when I want to have a little bit more color throughout the year, I've been using this Sheer and Shine by Lise Watier in the color Raspberry. The thing with the Sheer and Shine is that in the tube it looks very, very pigmented, but when you swatch it, it's really not all that bad because it's a lot sheerer than in the tube, and it kind of blends, like, I don't know if you can tell, but depending on the light, it looks not as pigmented, and over like the course of like an hour, it kind of blends into more of this color than the intense swatch that I did before. So that is when you first put it on, and like after half an hour it looks more like that. Not even a half an hour, after like 10 minutes it like looks like that color a lot more than that one. So these are very like wearable colors. So that's the one that I've been like really wearing throughout the year. And when I want just a tiny, tiny little bit of color and a lot of comfort on my lips, I've been reaching this Clarins Instant Light Natural Lip Perfector in the color number 03. And this is what the applicator looks like, and that's what it's gonna look like on my skin. This is really more of a nude one, and I don't even think you're gonna be able to see the swatch, but it is right here. So you can see that there's a bit of shine on the top of my hand right there, and this is what this lip gloss looks like. On my lips, it looks a little bit like what I'm wearing right now. So it can be kind of, well, it can be kind of very similar to that, but this one is like a thicker consistency, and this one is very, very light and moisturizing. Then I'm going to be moving on to eye products. So in eye products, the primer that I have and that I'm going to show is a satisfying one, but I think there's still room for improvement. But of all the ones I've tried this year, this is the one that I made it to my favorites. And if I don't find anything better, I might like repurchase it afterwards anyways. It's the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Anti-Aging, Anti-Crease Eyeshadow Primer. So this is like a deluxe sample of that, and I've been enjoying that one. It really helps with the staying power of my eyeshadow, and I think it also helps a lot with like the intensity of your eyeshadow. I think it really helps with that. Like when I put it on, my eyeshadow really pops up a lot more than when I do not put it on. So I do like that one and recommend it. I still have yet to try the NARS Pro Prime one. I don't know, there's so much hype about it and I really want to try it out. But if it is not as good as that one might end up being my holy grail one. Then my favorite mascara for the year is, well, this one is a brand new one that I haven't opened yet. Like, I want to finish all my samples before I can break into that one. But I'm not going to open and show you the brush just because I don't want to open it right now. But this is what this mascara looks like, and this is the Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara. If you want to see like the brush and everything, it was in my July favorites, I believe. So I'm going to link that video down below so you can go and check like what the brush looks like. But this one is a very, very good formula of mascara. Then in my eyeshadow favorites, which is going to be the last part of this video, my first favorite is definitely, and has been for like over a year, my like a holy grail staple eyeshadow for me. That is also the one that I use often as a highlight on my face, and it's a great travel one because it's an all-purpose product, and it's this color right here. It's Sila's Kitten, and it is highly pigmented. Like I'm just gonna show it with another one, but I just touch it and that's what comes out. I barely just touch it. So it's a great one. It blends in beautifully. It has such a great sheen to it. I really, really love it. And you don't need a lot of it, but I still made a big dent in it because I really, really like it as a inner corner highlight, as a top of the cheekbone highlight, as anything. It is a great one. Then another favorite that I absolutely like. This one is like one of my absolute favorite eyeshadows, and I'm definitely going to repurchase a similar color to it once this one is done. I might even repurchase like the full quad that it came in. It was the Les Prunes by Lise watier, because I have hit pan on pretty much every single color from that quad. Well, I think I did hit pan on the 4 colors from that quad, so I think I might repurchase it down the road because I really do like it. Is this little tiny Lise watier one. This is like a nice purpley color. It is similar to MAC's. It's somewhere in between Sketch and Fig. Fig is more on the purple, and then it's a little bit more purple than this one, and Sketch is a little bit more on a like brownish tone. This one is like perfectly in between both of these, and like right now it looks kind of grayish, but it is really more of a purple. Well, now it looks a little bit more purple, but I really, really love that color, and it's a nice like blending out color. If you want to put a little bit of a purple to your eye, it is really good in the crease. So really love that color. I'm going to try and give you guys like a swatch of that one. this is what the swatch looks like. And so okay, when I swatch it, like when I look at it in the light, it looks like a purple, but it has like a little bit of that tiny, it's not glitter, it's like almost a dual color, and the duality of it is like a more pinky color. So I really do like it, and it matches beautifully with the Naked 3 colors. You can definitely get a great eye look with this one and the Naked 3. And the other eyeshadow palette that I've used a lot of, well, not the whole palette, only a few colors that I've used a lot of, and it's my Naked 1 palette. Like, I've used a lot of the first 2 colors, which are Virgin, right here, and I think the other one is Sin, the next one down. Yeah, Virgin and Sin I've used a lot of, and I also used a lot of, well, Buck in the Crease is a great color. You really do like it. But the other one color that I use a lot of is this one, and it is in the color Sidecar. So Sidecar is another color that I did use a lot of in the year. And the other color that I used a lot of this year, the other 2 colors that I used a lot of this year are these 2. This one, which is from the Lise watier de Cuivré, and I have a big pan showing on that one, and it is kind of similar, well, not in the pan, but in the swatch. It is kind of similar to one of the Naked palettes color, the half-baked one. So I'm going to swatch both of these on my hand, and that's what these 2 look like. This is half-baked, and this is one of the Lise watier one. The Lise watier one is a little bit of a warmer, and a half-baked is more of a true gold, but they're kind of similar and have a similar sheen to each other. So these are 2 that I used. This is one that I used a lot this year, and also the final one that I used a lot this year is also from Lise watier, and I think it's from the Cuivré as well, and it is this one. It's a brown with a bit of shimmer to it, and this is what the swatch looks like. It is somewhat similar to some of the Urban Decay Vice 2 palette colors. I'm just going to give you a swatch of the color that I have in mind. Okay, this is the Lise watier one, and this is the Urban Decay Vice 2 palette. This one is a little bit more on the gold, and this one is a little bit more of a true, like, colder brown. But the name of the Vice 2 palette eyeshadow that it came in is Ambush. So this is Ambush, and that's what the swatch from Ambush looks like. So it's kind of similar to that one, but it's not an exact dupe for it, but that's one that I've been reaching for a lot. So Ambush is a lot more pigmented though, so sometimes I am a little bit scared to use that one because I feel like it doesn't blend. Well, it does blend greatly, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I have to be a lot more careful. When the other one, I can slowly build it up. Like with eyeshadow, when they're too pigmented, sometimes it's a problem for me because I just pack too much of it, and then I have to like remove and do again. So these are all of the products that I've been loving throughout 2014. Some of them will be panned early in 2015, but these were still products that I enjoyed every single bit of during the year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.